Hey guys, Archie Luxury here, and we are live on the stream. Very, very sadly, we ended it by mistake. I think Jake pressed the button that said end, and yeah, anyhow, that's how it goes there. I'll just tell him, Jake, be careful. What can I say there? It's just how it goes. I'll just tell him in case he doesn't realize it. But yeah, what a disaster. What a disaster. We had that there. Hey, I think you, yeah, no worries, man. I think you accidentally, when you pressed end, that doesn't, yeah, sorry. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. No worries, man. We love you.
Take keys from this guy, Archie. This guy was talking about common sense. He was giving us lectures about common sense, and look at him.
No. He made a mistake. It's how it works on the phone.
He
It's
should he
actually.
should get on his knees now. He has
Well,
made
look,
a
he said he's sorry. He said he's man. I mean, there's nothing I can do. He said he's sorry. I mean, what can I
he's
say?
ruined the whole
You know,
rhythm, Archie, and Wolvin must be
I tell
really
you what,
upset.
Sad. What is the? Well, look, we try our best. It doesn't matter. Sad. Let me ask you this: what's happening with Tan? Is this a gag or is this real? Tell me this. I just asking you that.
No idea, but it has been done so many times, and myself don't
It's
understand
getting.
what's the reason. I don't know. I have no information what has happened.
Yeah, I don't understand. Tan says to me he might be going to the other side. I mean, what is the reality here? What is the reality? Tell me this. What is the reality?
You know better, Archie. Who knows the reality? It's human being. One day they are with one person, the other day they can be with another. So you cannot control human brain.
Yeah, I know what you're
But
saying.
we miss you, Tan. Please come back, Tan. Please come back. We miss you, Tan.
Yeah, it's. I got to be honest with you. Would you be canceling the US trip for me, or what do I do?
Never do that, Archie. You have very important, loyal, uh, fans, and they will get really upset. Why do you even want to cancel the US tour? They all will be with you. JJ, what an outstanding person he is. He will be supporting you. There are many other nice people there. Actually, you have more fan following in America than in Australia. So you should be very cautious when dealing with the American audience. No
Okay,
canceling. No canceling.
no
Even if you
canceling.
are left alone, they are still not a problem. But they are very, they are waiting for the trip. Actually, most of the people.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there.
And things will sort out, Archie. The plenty of time. When is it? It's in October, right? October
Yes,
13th. Okay,
18th. I'm leaving on the
18th.
18th.
So 10 will be 10 will come tomorrow, or maybe in a day or two. Nobody
Yes,
can leave you forever, Archie. You have a very strong magnet persona, Archie, in you. Once somebody attaches with you, they can never ever leave you. Look at this Curly. He blackmailing you. Remember, he was telling you that I'm gone for fishing. I will be out for 1 week. And have you seen him today? He's still in the chats. Even
yes.
if he is fishing, he's on the boat. He will still look at the streams. Nobody can live without you, Archie.
We got Mr. Z joining us. Hello, Mr. Z. And we got Wolven, our good friend Josh from Wolven is
The
back.
VIP.
The
Yes,
Good
Josh.
evening.
VIP
Josh.
here.
Good evening, Mr. Z. How are you?
Good evening, Mr. Saad. I'm well. I am tired. I just finished working. Hello, Wolven. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Okay, the rancher
Good.
is
Hey,
here.
Arch. Awesome.
So, what happened?
Oh, he left because the rancher's here. He
Where's the
doesn't like the
rancher?
rancher.
I can't see the
I don't know.
rancher.
Maybe I don't know.
So, what's going on there? Tell me what is happening in your world there. What's happening?
I don't know anything about what's going on here because Dan didn't say anything to me. So What happened?
Yeah.
And do you want to talk to Wolven? Do we need to put that on the back burner and talk some watches or what?
It's yeah, I see what you're saying. It's a very tricky thing there. Wolven's, we've just been talking about one and done watches there. And we had a young guy on who's got himself a 36 mil day date. What a fantastic experience. When did you get your first gold Rolex, Mr. Z?
Oh, wow. I don't know. It's been a while. My first gold Rolex from the AD, I can tell you, was the Daytona.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's a nice watch.
What was your first gold Rolex, Wolven?
My first gold Rolex. Yachtmaster 2.
Yachtmaster 2. Solid gold Yachtmaster 2. Far out.
Yeah, that was my first. But whenever it came out, I remember the Rolex magazine and they did the introduction. That stayed in the back of my head. That was the first one I had to buy.
I got a question for it's Josh, right?
Yes, sir.
Josh, I made a trade right after Rolex discontinued some watches. I wanted the Oysterflex Newman dial Daytona, and I traded for that watch. I traded 2 Steel Sport ceramic watches and a Breitling.
Okay.
Crazy. I traded 2 Steel Sport ceramic.
Yep.
Okay.
And a Breitling for your white gold.
And a Breitling Navitimer. And I got the Newman dial Daytona on an Oysterflex. Now I got
the Pomo.
So the two watches I got were both retail that I traded.
I mean, you did really good. I mean, if you bought them at retail, then you got the Paul Newman pretty cheap. Then
I got it for under retail.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Sounds like a solid deal to me.
I thought so too. I took some heat here for it, but Archie wasn't too happy with it. Bear wasn't too happy with it, but I thought I did well.
You got to do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, you got to do what makes you happy.
Thank you,
a lot of guys,
Archie. Part two, my friend Archie. Mr. Souza, what's your favorite piece in your collection at the moment?
The Batgirl. I've been wearing the Batgirl nonstop. I love it.
What about the Maserati Daytona? I thought you loved that.
I do. I listen. It's mostly Rolex heavy. I have a Snoopy. I love the Snoopy. I have a pretty rare Omega Moon watch that I love as well. I have a JLC, a vintage JLC that I love, Memo Box. First year that they came out with them.
Oh, the Memo Box. The Memo Box.
Yeah.
Memo Box.
Yeah. So I got a lot of things, but you're right, Arch. I do love them. Every time I put that watch on, it's like Christmas. I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, I still don't finish. I have like 5 minutes break.
It's okay. There's no rush. Hey, we're not holding out for you. That's okay. You take as much time as you want. Okay. We survived. We survived over a year without you. I'm sure we could survive another 5 minutes without you. Okay. It's not a problem.
I know.
It's not a problem.
By the way, Arch, I played tennis like fucking shit today. I mean, the buzzer is all in my fucking head. I cannot hit even a fucking ball. It's horrible.
Hey, that's okay, man. That's okay, man. There's no rush. Relax. There's no rush. Relax. I'll just mute him. There. He's drinking an energy drink. Look at that. He needs the the energy drink. You enjoy that drink there. Phew, I got to tell you what, there, Josh. Have you ever thought about starting a restaurant yourself, Josh? A restaurant?
Not myself, but my dad's a good cook, so maybe he should.
Because that's a fucking tough business.
Sorry to interfere. Horrible business. Don't ever go to a restaurant business, Arch. Ever. Don't go there.
Ever. You know what they call a restaurateur who works 80 hours a week, Josh?
What do they call them?
Part-time.
That's true.
You know, it's fucking hard. It's do you when with your business itself, do you ever look at it and think, fuck, maybe I should just get a job?
No, never.
You love it. Yeah.
I love it.
Mommy tell me this all the time, March. Mommy tell me this all the time.
Yeah. You never think business is it's hard working for yourself. Like there's it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. But what can you possibly do? You know,
Arch, let me tell you something. Yes. When I did the Olympics in the NBC media here, one of the VIP chefs, I was there, and it was a couple of them especially from Australia. So it was a French guy that live in Australia, in Sydney. He said they have the company. If I'm interested, in Australia, they get like $50 an hour. Yeah. Mommy said, you know what? Fuck, close the restaurant for 6 months. Go to Australia.
Yeah.
What do you think, Arch? Yeah. $50 an hour. And 10 hours,
Josh,
15 hours a day. 15 hours a day.
Josh, there's a heavy rumors, Josh, that Pepsi's going bye-bye. And possibly a Coke is coming. And I see they're still trading somewhere between 19 and 20,000 on the gray. You see any more room in that watch? You think that that's going to exceed 20,000? I know it did at one point. It went up to what, like 25, right?
Which watch is it? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
The Pepsi.
The Pepsi. I think the Pepsi will be discontinued. You're correct.
What do you think, Josh? Do you think Pepsi? What do you think? What's your view, Josh?
I mean, they at one point they were at like what 32,000 at one point. So I mean,
it was crazy.
There is room to go up. I mean, I think they'll go up for a little bit and they'll probably settle back down at like 20. I think they're gonna stay where they're at. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't see that watch going too crazy.
Look, the most important that's going to be discontinued is the meteor dial. That is the most important one.
I don't see the Pepsi going away. It's an iconic watch, and I don't see them removing it from the catalog.
There's rumors they're having trouble making that bezel. You know, the 2-color bezel.
They've always had trouble making that bezel.
Yes, Archie.
They have always.
They had.
That's true.
They had a lot of trouble making that bezel at the start because the colors were running into each other, and they did some with. They had to rejig their the tool, the machining, and the coloration, and they got it right. Now I'm not sure what years they got it right. But I watched a show I watched a video on that on the Pepsi with the 2-tone, because you're not dealing with that's exactly aluminum bezel. You're dealing with ceramic. Cerachrome. Cerachrome.
I tell you what, Josh, it's a we never know who's going. Even the dealers don't know what the fuck they're going to can. It's very hard to predict. Will they do this? I'm at a loss as to why they never brought a Coke out, and I think they're keeping that up their sleeve. It's their get out of jail card if they run into.
Archie, there is a rumor that they're going to do what Blopan did in the 50 Fathom. That is going to be a sapphire bezel that is more easy to do dual color, and then the bezel also going to be loom. And it's going to return to the
super chat from Neo, $2. Josh, we need a moment. Archie, confess your sins. There we go. Confess your sins. Thank you, Neo, for that super chat.
Marcelo, I think
How are you going, TW? You're not well. You don't sound well today. You okay, man?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Is your medication? Is it? Are you okay with the medication?
Why do you ask?
You're a little bit slurring your words a bit. I'm just a bit concerned for you. I just want to make sure you're okay. You know, I got a duty of care to make sure.
Yes, I'm all right. I just had a big day yesterday. Arch, I'm a bit tired.
Just a bit worried about you because we had that other scare, and we want to make sure you're in top form. I gotta tell you something, Josh. I never understood why Rolex themselves they can be real bastards in the sense that Vacheron, you've got your bracelet, metal bracelet, rubber strap, and a leather 3 combo deal. Why won't Rolex play ball? Why won't they do that, Josh? Why do you think they won't do that?
They don't have to.
They don't have to. But wouldn't it be cool if they did that? Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah, but here's
all in good time. Yeah, you answer, John.
I mean, Rolex is a nonprofit organization. They don't care about making massive sales. What they care about is maintaining the luxury side of it, and they want people to want their watches. They want to make it extremely hard.
I'll be back, guys. I just got to do a quick problem in the plumbing. 1 minute.
All right.
They want people to want their watches, and so the only way to do it is to get people to have to buy multiple pieces. That's the only way they're going to do it.
Josh, I am lucky enough to speak with a Rolex ambassador. And last year when he went to Geneva, he told me that there's less than a handful of people who create those ceramic bezels and who know how to mix the colors properly to create them. And they're trying to teach it to other people.
Yes, Zozo, I concur. You are right. They had difficulties with mixing the colours with the Cerachrome, with the ceramic, and
they're very difficult. From what he explained, TW, they're very difficult to work with, and the biggest problem is that they rely on less than a handful of people to produce them, which is fascinating to me. How a company so large could be dependent on just a small handful of people to create those bezels.
I think that's my 2 cents though is I think that's all BS. Let me tell you why. I think it's all BS. Let me tell you why I think it's BS. Because I know of jewelers, and I know that there's customizers out there who are able to do it themselves on ceramic. There's certain dealers that I know of that they disclose this, but they can make you a ceramic blue Smurf dial that's identical, and they can switch it out. I mean, so
they're all over.
I think it's BS.
I agree with
the Chinese are doing it now. The Chinese are doing it now. They're able to do it. The Chinese have got the technology.
They're all over the secondary market. They're all over the secondary market.
Yeah, I mean, this is all a ploy to get people to think that there's scarcity, that there's this, that there's that. It's just part of it.
Well, that's what I said to him. I said exactly what you just said. I said, I think you're full of shit. I don't think that. And he laughed and he said, I have nothing. I have no reason to, and neither does. He said, nobody here has a reason to mislead the public. He said, the truth is that we have a small handful of people who are in charge of these bezels. And I don't want to repeat myself, but he swears. And I mean, I find it ridiculous, but you never know. I think he's an honest man. I trust him, but it does sound far-fetched.
I think that's probably what he's been told, and he believes it, but that's just not. I mean,
well, he's telling me he saw it firsthand. So, he also said that when the last time he went, they left materials out for them to see that they were going to create a Coke. They just didn't say when.
Remember, they did the same thing with this, that big the big Rolex, the super diver. They left materials out.
That's what I was told. I don't know. I don't. But that's
no. They had a problem. They had a problem with the two colors bleeding into one another, and they had a big issue with that. Rolex had a big issue with that, with the two colors bleeding into each other on the Cerachrome bezel, and
I'll be back in 1 minute.
I don't know what, Mr. Zozo, you probably know more than me, but they did have a problem with it, and they corrected it.
Yeah, it's not. They did have a problem with it, and it seemed like they didn't care. But they did, as far as like they weren't going to hold back production over it. You have to remember that they created a tremendous amount of watches. They have a huge catalog, and they're big money makers, not exactly the steel sports watches. They're not. So it's not their priority. They create a lot of diverse watches in the catalog, probably more than any other watchmaker, I think. And a very small percentage of those watches are steel sports with ceramic bezels on them.
Do you prefer, Mr. Zozo, do you prefer the ceramic against the aluminum, the aluminium?
The modern watch is superior. There's no comparison. The modern watch is an anomaly. It's probably the finest made watch. As far as I'm concerned, the steel sports Rolex is top notch. I don't think you get any better for the price point, and I mean it's top notch. It makes the old stuff look like junk, honestly. Now I don't feel that way about the Daytona. I'm not a big fan of the steel Daytona with the ceramic bezel. That watch actually wears pretty small, and it's not, in my opinion, not as substantial as the GMTs and subs. It just doesn't have the same feeling, in my opinion.
A lot of other manufacturers, a lot of other watchmakers have gone into the ceramic field, but no, I don't think anybody has the technology like Rolex does at this stage with the Cerachrome.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems like ceramic is pretty easy to replicate, but to originate is another story. I mean, you have better watches. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but at the price point that it's at, and the quality of it's a lifetime piece. Mostly all Rolexes, even dating back, to the 50s.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the Hardlex, Seiko doing Hardlex on the GMTs, the new ones, the SKX reissue. They're doing, but underneath they put a Hardlex coating on it. I've got a Sumo that it has that. It's aluminum, the bezel, but they put a Hardlex coating on it, and in the light, you would swear that it is as good as Cerachrome. I don't know whether on the scale, the Mohs scale, whether I think it comes close to Cerachrome, but Cerachrome is a different animal. It's a different.
Right. Hey Josh, what's the hottest watch right now for you? What's the most demand that you get asked for?
The most a man can ask for right now?
No, the most. What's in demand the most? What do you get asked for the most?
Steel sports.
Oh, yeah, steel sports. We've been doing a lot of Astron lately, and we've been doing a lot of. What have we been doing a lot of? We've been doing a lot of sports model, like Aquanauts and Nautilus. So like doing a lot of those.
Wow.
Like stainless steel and with the Aquanauts, we've been doing a lot of rose gold Aquanauts, and then with stainless, we've been doing a lot of Nautilus, 5726 blue, 5990, 5711s, all those.
Wow.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I just had my toilets fucked up. So yesterday we had the Beamer. We got a flat. The Beamer has got some. It turned out a small screw. They need to replace both tires. $1,000. And I just had a problem with the toilet where it doesn't stop filling water. And I just rang the plumber. Monday's a holiday. It's a public holiday, so he'll be out Tuesday. Hello.
What are you celebrating, Archie? What are you celebrating?
Yes. JBIDX. That's the King's birthday. JBIDX. $5. Hublot has a patent on the best way to make red ceramic. Rolex doesn't want to license it. Interesting. Very interesting. And we had P. Glenn, the smartest guy in Australia. Josh, do you know a good price for a box and paper set of the last version of the 16570? That's the Explorer 2. He didn't say black or polar, with engraved reheart, SEL, no holes, and 3186 movement. Now that's actually, yeah. What do you think of it? Is that collectible, Josh? What's your opinion?
I mean, I don't think. It might be good to keep in a collection, but I don't know how collectible it's going to be.
See, there's so many anomalies like this, isn't there? There's so many little anomalies, you know.
I mean, I think it's a nice watch to put in the safe, and it's going to be pretty steady. It's gonna remain steady. It'll be a good place to park your money, and then years from now, take advantage of maybe what inflation has done to it. But I don't think I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't really see that watch, doing anything super, super crazy in the future, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. No, look, we all could be wrong. This is the thing. The funny thing is now, P. Glenn, the Aussie dollar is so terrible, makes it very hard to buy from a US supplier because the Aussie dollar, we're low 60s. Fuck, it's terrible. Josh, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Aussie dollar of late. It's really, really bad. But I've got to be honest with you. I hear so many collectors, they tell me they've got this. It's got a certain anomaly. Rolex only made so many of these. They only made this. They only made that. And you know what? To be totally honest with you, Josh.
What's that?
So many anomalies. I don't know if they're that valuable. Like I had a friend of mine who had a Batman that the serial number ended in 888. There was a Hong Kong watch, 888. I don't know if you've seen the last. So that's a lucky number in Chinese culture because who the fuck knows why it's lucky? It's lucky, okay? Just like Christians don't want it ending in 666. The Hong Kongese, they want it ending in 888. It's prosperity, love, and all this other fucking shit thrown together. Now, when he went to sell it, because the guy ran into some fun, it obviously wasn't that lucky because he needed to fucking sell it due to financial reasons, but that's beside the point. The dealer wouldn't pay him anything more for it. He said, yeah, it's interesting, but it's not really worth that much more.
No, it's just not.
And that's just, it's one of these anomalies. Speaking of
Until
anomalies,
I put it up for sale in Hong Kong and ask a premium for it because it ends in 3/8. Exactly. Listen, the guy's working an edge. Yeah. So, yeah, I get it.
Now, Tommy, $50. Great to see Mr. Zoso on the panel. Always nice seeing some awesome guys in the chat. CB, Malik, Ron, Nark, Angelic, Jimmy, Pete, Lucas, Pavel, P. Clan, SD43, and many others. This show will be fine regardless of who leaves. Mr. Zoso has 10 left. Tell me the news.
He didn't say anything to me. I'll talk to him, but he didn't say anything to me about this. I hope not. Somebody mentioned, I'm sorry, you got a super chat before about Hublot?
Yes, Hublot,
Josh,
JBI.
did you know? I believe that they were the first company to put rubber on a precious metal watch, which was the Big Bang, I believe.
I think it was AP. Maybe you're right. I can't remember if it's AP or Hublot, but I think I thought it was.
I think it was Hublot.
You might be right.
They've actually had some innovations in horology, and they get beat up pretty bad online, especially in our community. They get destroyed. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy. That was very generous. We appreciate it.
Yeah, Hublot. Tell me this: what brands do you tend to stay away from, Wolven? Like you just don't fucking want them. What brands are toxic? What is toxic sludge?
What brands? Trying to think what we don't. I mean, we'll touch it. I mean, if we can. I don't know that I've ever said no to a watch. I mean, the only watches like that we just don't move are some of the really, really low end stuff. We've tried. We've stocked Orises and Tissot's and things like that, but it's just our clientele is just they don't buy that stuff. So
they want luxury. They want luxury stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe we just carved a certain section of the market for ourselves, but we've had horses, but they just sat in our inventory for forever. So at this point, I just tell people, we just don't buy them because it's just no point in tying up my money in if it's not going to sell.
Yeah. You're exactly right there. It is a there's no point buying stuff that nobody wants. It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless.
I don't know that it's not that anybody wants. It's just, I have a buddy, a local dealer. He's an AD for those brands and sells a crap ton of them. But for us, I don't know if it's just our certain clientele that we've garnered, but we stocked a few because we used to have a few guys come in and buy, some of the lower end stuff. But then we would stock it and it would just sit there forever. So then we were just like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, you want your inventory to turn over. That's the most important thing in a business is stock turn. You've got to have stock turn. Otherwise, it's pointless to have that there. We got a super chat. Swinging Kangaroo, $5. What's up, folks? What's going on? Hello to Wolven. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful AP there. Beautiful.
Archie?
What's that? That's a tourbillon. Is that a tourbillon?
No, it's just tourbillon? A double balance wheel open work.
But double balance wheel, yeah, got you.
Arch?
Yes, sir.
Did you know that Swingin' came and visited me and we went to my buddy's restaurant that I took you to when you were here?
Yes.
Did you know that?
You're joking. No, you didn't. I didn't know that. That's great. Yeah. That's a great restaurant. That's a great restaurant.
He wanted to go where you went.
Ah, that's so cool, man. That AP looks gorgeous there, Josh. We've got another super chat here. Let me just get this. P Clan, $5. I didn't ask if it would be collectible or advice on buying from a US seller. Just if Josh knows what's a good price for the watch.
Good price would be anything below 8,500.
That's 8,500 US there. There you go. You've heard it from the dealer himself. 8,500 bucks. Tiktology, $10. Can we please see some watches at Wolven's? Anything interesting you want to show us, Josh?
Andrew, did we pack everything up?
Andrew. If it's packed, it's okay. We can do it another time. But if you've got something at hand, it's whatever's easy for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Andrew.
That's okay.
Andrew, do we already put up all the watches?
Well, he's looking for that, Arch. When I get home, I'll text you a picture of Swingin' and I when we hooked up for dinner.
Yeah.
Both he had the Jubilee lefty, and I have the Jubilee lefty, and he had the Oyster, and we took a picture together with the wives. I'll send it to you.
Fantastic. No problems at all. No problems at all there. No problems at all.
We've shown the before. We've shown this before, but it's what Andrew has on his wrist right now. I'll show it.
Yep. Let's have a look. Ooh, 5980. Ah, look at that. Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Does he love it?
Beautiful watch, Archie.
That's amazing.
And that's your personal watch, or that's a stock watch?
It's actually my watch, but
okay.
We're just sharing. Andrew was wearing this today, so we had to trade.
Yeah. Ah, that's so cool. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. That's a beautiful piece, man. That's just gorgeous watch. How could you not love that, hey? How could you not enjoy that watch? So beautiful.
You better enjoy it. It's the price of a house.
Yeah, it's the price of in certain parts of America there. But it's, as you say there, it's how it goes. Sometimes it comes good, sometimes it goes not so good. Life is, it has its ups and downs. What can you say or do? It has ups and downs, and there's not much you can really do about that. That is life. That is life. Fuck. It happens in threes. Don't you find you have 3 breakages at once? So what's next? I got to be careful. We had the beamer. We had the toilet. Then what else is going to break? We got something else.
How'd you get? I mean, not for nothing, but how did you get 2 nails and 2 tires?
It's only one screw in one tire, but because of the geometry on the beamer, you've got to do 2.
All right, I understand. So they're directional.
They're staggered tires, and they're fucking expensive. Okay.
Don't you have tire and wheel? I know I heard you leased it.
I have tire
for that.
Sorry, what's that?
You don't have coverage for that. You don't have tire and wheel. You didn't take the insurance.
I told them not to sell me that fucking garbage.
That's what Narc told me to tell you. That's what I sell. I sell that shit. How come you didn't buy that, Archie?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, obviously, it's like insurance. You need it when you need it. It's
last
just
time my wife, she buys a new car every 3 years. She gets a new car every 3 years, right? And she doesn't lease. And she said to me, this last time, she said, should I get the tire and wheel? I said, nah, forget it. You don't need it. Sure enough, she blew a tire out within a month.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
The way it goes.
Josh, tell me this, Josh. Those beautiful watches there, that's Patek, the AP. What do you think? Is that the greatest watch there is? Is that it? This is it? Like, is Richard Mille so much better than that, or what's the go?
No,
what's
I mean,
the go?
My all-time grails are going to be some of the dress Pateks. I mean, I think those are some of the ultimate grails. Some of the FP Jorns out there. I love some of the other independents like MB&F. Those are some watches to aspire to. Grubel 4C, amazing, incredible watches. The way they finish and do them, Alonga. I mean, those are some spectacular pieces. There's watches to own because they're safe to own from a financial standpoint, and then there's watches that you own because you just love horology. And if you're just going for horology, there's a lot better brands in AP and Patek that I think just do an incredible job with the horological side of it. I think they take more pride in it at this point than some of these other brands that have, kind of made it already. They don't have to prove anything anymore. So they just kind of stay in their lane. I mean, don't get me wrong, Patek with some of their master comps and different things that they do, but they're so darn expensive. It's like it's out of the stratosphere. So it's hard to really aspire for some of those because some of those are just way too out there. But if you look at some of the other brands, not that they're not expensive, but you look at an MB&F in the hundreds versus a master comp that's $1 million. So it's crazy. It's crazy the difference in price.
Tough love, $2. Respect my auto writer. Respect my auth I toi. There we go. Tough love, $2. And we got another super chat from Tiktology, $2. Josh, how and when did you get into watches? Good question. How and when? How old are you?
Great
You're
question.
only 35, aren't you?
33.
33. Fuck, he's young. Josh, when and how and when did you, I think you told the story, your dad or your grandfather was into watches.
Yeah, so my grandfather growing up, he always had a bunch of Seikos and Timex and, Citizen and all these different watches he would just accumulate. And he used to Frankenstein them together. He used to open them up and, tinker around with them. And he used to love to read books on watchmaking and stuff. And so he would take them apart and mess with them. He would do quartz movements as well and things of that nature. And so as long as I can remember, he always had at least a dozen watches on any kind of kitchen table or his own desk. And so to me, it was just always intriguing to see the mechanisms and all that stuff. And so as I got older and could research some of this stuff, it was just something I got into. My grandfather got me into it. He used to explain the automatic movements and how they would work. And it was just fascinating to me.
Wow, that sounds amazing there.
It's almost,
I tell you what.
It's almost how I got into it too. My grandfather.
Wow.
Yeah. I was a little younger, but that's how I got into it as well. My grandfather gave me a Timex, and I was fascinated by it because I didn't think it worked. It was, it was a manual wind, and I couldn't figure it out. He didn't tell me anything, so I just, obviously it was my grandfather, so I loved it, and I kept it for, I don't know, a year before I figured out how to use the damn thing, which was pretty funny.
That's funny.
Gibraltar, $2. Archie, does Curly's fake cabin have heat? I got no idea. No idea.
You have the best trolls in the history of the internet.
Yes, we do.
The best, top notch.
I got to tell you something. What's your view? These brands like Hugo Force, these MB&F sort of things. Do you have customers for them? If you would you stock them yourself, or what's the go?
We have some customers for them. It's one of those things where it's always a risk. So far, you know what they say: if you build it, they'll come. And so it's kind of the same thing. I wonder if I would stock some of these pieces if people would come for them. It's just one of those things where, this is a business and we're a family business, so we have to make decisions. Like, do we bring in a $230,000 Grupo 4C, or do we buy 20 sports model Rolexes? And so
buy the Rolex.
Unfortunately, that's the wise thing to do in business. Now, I would love if I had all the money in the world. And we're working towards it. Once we have some more, funds built up and we get, we take things to the next level, we'll stock some special pieces. And we do stock some special pieces like that. But it's not all the time that I feel comfortable stocking a $230,000 or $300,000 double tourbillon Grupo 4C. And I mean, that's just a different, it takes a very fire.
Did you ever own a watch that you absolutely hated?
Own a watch that I absolutely hated?
Yep.
What is something I absolutely hated? That's a good question. I've never really thought about that. What is something that I've never... Let me get back to you. Maybe let me think about that.
Well, I could tell you mine. I don't know, Archie. You could probably chime in.
I'd like to hear this. Yes, tell me.
My one that I still own, drives me absolutely crazy, is the president's watch, the one with the alarm on it. What am I thinking of, Arch?
Oh, the Vulcan, the Vulcan cricket, Vulcan.
Yeah, I have the modern Vulcan cricket. I have the 40 millimeter, the automatic, and it has a sunburst, like a gray sunburst dial, and the watch is beautiful. But it drives me absolutely fucking insane because if you don't set it correctly, it's a nightmare. It just drives me crazy. So I would happily throw that fucking thing right in the garbage which I of course I won't, but that's how much I dislike it. That's number one on my list.
Just
Number
hold that
two,
thought. Hold that
go.
thought. Tough love, $2, kitty. That's my pot pie. That's a bad kitty. And we got CB, $20. Archie, paddock, 5712, rose gold on strap or on full gold bracelet.
Full gold.
Yeah. How much more expensive? You got the one on the strap.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got a 5980. How much difference is the price between strap and bracelet?
About 50K.
50,000 for the bracelet. You're out of your fucking mind, aren't you?
It's crazy.
I wish I was, but I mean, if you're spending that kind of money, I mean, I don't know. I'm in a different. I mean, I just think it's a much better looking watch on bracelet.
I thought it looks lovely on the strap. I must say that on the strap it looks beautiful.
Okay, so it is a beautiful watch on strap, but for me, I have an 8-inch wrist. The 5712, the case dimensions on a strap, it's just too small. I've even had guys with small wrists go, "This is smaller than what I thought." So to me, the bracelet really helps to make it pop more. I hate that the price difference is so stupid, but I mean, if money were not an object, full gold bracelet for sure.
Archie, I got to cut out.
No
I'll
worries.
see you in a
That's
little
okay,
bit, okay,
man.
buddy?
No worries
Thanks,
at
Josh.
all. We got Thomas Burdett.
Nice talking to you.
Yes, nice talking to you.
My uncle named his dogs Timex and Rolex. They're his watch dogs. Boom, boom. Great joke there. I gotta ask you something. I actually really like the look of that Patek 5980 rose gold there on the strap. I thought the strap, it's got the beautiful buckle. That buckle is just a work of art.
Yeah.
What are links cost? If you say you bought one of those watches and then you needed to get a link because you're a big guy, me and you are both bigger guys.
Yeah.
What do the links cost, Josh?
For like
would you consider dieting? Is it so expensive you would consider dieting, or fuck it?
No. I'm already dieting, but I need to diet regardless.
The problem is in America, the food is so fucking good, don't you think?
The food is good. We're blessed out here, but I already need to diet anyways. But no, the I think the links for a Patek for a Nautilus Rose Gold, I think they're like $1,500 to $2,000 a piece.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Fuck, that's expensive. But that's the play for play. You want to be a baller. It ain't cheap.
No.
Tell me this. Those Pateks there you treat with the utmost of care. They look like brand new. You really look after them. Do you ever think to yourself, I'll just get a watch and just wear it every day? Just wear it. Do you think the Patek could do that? Or it's not
Absolutely.
that type of... You think it could? Yeah.
You can. I mean, it's going to look a little... I mean, you can't, like, beat it up. I mean, I'm not saying work on your car with your Patek, but you can wear it every day. Yeah. As long as you're semi-careful, I mean, it can take some abuse for sure.
Yeah. I must say, it's funny in this hobby, like, my bluesy here, what's that? 15,000-ish US dollars. I paid 20 Australian for it, but that's 15 US approximately. That's actually this watch here is almost what you consider to be a good bang per buck watch to have, isn't it? In this hobby, this hobby gets so ridiculous, doesn't it? Like that's a lot of money, Josh.
I know it is. It's a lot.
And I mean, people sort of lose sight of that, don't they? I mean, I don't know, this hobby here, it's sort of you take things. Actually, that's 13. I paid 13 US for my ceramic 40 mil. Ceramic 40 mil. I mean, for a lot of people, that solves a lot of problems for them. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, and it's you've got to be aware of this stuff. It's this hobby has some. Where does it stop? Then you're at Patek level, and then again there's Gubli, Force, MB, and F. Have you handled many MB and Fs? They're always been an amazing.
I mean, I wouldn't say many, but I've gotten those. I mean, I've been fortunate to handle a few. I mean, probably between 20 to 30 pieces.
Yeah, amazing. They're very unique.
Yeah, they're Forces just are amazing watches, and MB&Fs too. I mean, MB&F is one of those watches that, like, when they started coming out, I was like, that's what I want my watch to look like. I mean, they're just a work of art. They're just a work of art.
Tough love, $2. If you want a brand new car, go see Cow, Pussy Cow. There we go. Thank you so much there. Tiktology, $2. Josh, do you have an LV watch box?
Nope. I refuse to pay that much money for a thing that holds watches.
Yeah, I had two, and unfortunately, I no longer have them anymore, Josh.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think they look awesome. They're cool things. I can't.
They're just ridiculous.
It's like $7,000 for a thing that holds watches.
Exactly. And you know the fucking thing is, they only one size. If you're a fat bastard like me, they don't even hold it properly.
No. And then we have these custom made. We had these custom made, and I mean, I paid a fraction of the cost. So this is just the lid to the ones that I have. So I have one of those at home. It holds like 15 watches.
Early worm gets the third $3. Shittiest watch I worked on Tissot Grand. I don't know that one. And we've got CB $20. Archie 5712 rose gold on bracelet, or 5811. 5011. That's the 5711 replacement. What would you pick there? What would you pick? That's a tricky one. 5811. That's only in gold, I think, at the moment, isn't it? The 50. What do you think of the 5811? Is that a cool watch for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the 5811, I'm assuming they're talking about the stainless steel. And so, I mean,
do they do it in steel? I thought it's only. I think it's. I might be wrong. I'm just pulling it up now on the screen for us to have a look at. 5811s. I thought they're only doing
stainless steel, white gold. You're right.
Yeah, white gold. What do you think of that? Do you like it? Well, you can't get them at retail. They're impossible to get.
I mean, if I were going to choose from those two, I'd do 5712.
5712.
Yeah.
Do you like the 57? Which one did he say? Rose gold. Do you like that complication?
I actually do. I know people don't like it because they think it's a bit messy, but I think it's like to me, it's more of like it lets people know that there's a complicated watch, and I kind of like that.
You know, they do that in a 5505, the same movement, which is a fraction of 50. What was it? It's a 50. Fuck, what is it? 50, 55, I think. What was it? Yeah, this is it. This is the same movement, Josh, for a fraction of the price.
It's true.
You know, it's yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's 34 mil. It's a little bit small, 35 mil, and it's unfortunately, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is, my friend. Forbin Colossus, $2. Thank you, Forbin. And we've got Corrado Galizia, $2, and a Rolex is 10,000 plus to tell you the time. Well, compared to these Pateks, that's a relative bargain. I must say, I do love the 5205. I think that's a very beautiful This is an annual calendar. Do you like these?
I
Josh?
do, but I do love that watch. But if I were going, I love that because it's got the moon phase and it's an annual calendar. But the size is a bit too small for me. So then I would have to sacrifice the moon phase, which I'm okay with, even though I think the moon phase makes the watch look extremely elegant. And I'd probably go with the 5905.
That's the annual calendar chronograph version. That's kind of, they share a lot of similar DNA, and beautiful looking watch.
That chocolate or that blue red? Oh my gosh!
Yeah. That's a amazing piece. CB $5. Archie, you didn't answer the questions. And fix your microphone. You have an echo. I have an echo? Shit. I didn't think it was that bad. I'll have a look here. Let me have a look and see what the echo is there. Oh, it's okay. Maybe I just got to stop moving away from it. Echo cancellation. Tick. Oh no, that's not my echo. It's not. I think that it could be Josh's echo there. There's some talk. It's okay. It doesn't matter. We've got a guest. CB, we can't be picky. We got a guest. We got a premium lead. We got a premium guest, and we're talking watches, and we're steam rolling ahead. That's the important thing. We are steam rolling ahead. Josh, I got to tell you, people want to watch. Do you get many wives come in and say, I want to get a nice watch for my husband, or he's worked hard? How do you ask the unpleasant questions like, that's $100,000 thing? Or do you have people who have sticker shock like that and say, fuck? Do you have people like that? How do you handle
ladies? We just politely, what I've learned with the ladies is sometimes it's nice to somehow ask what their budget is right off the bat.
Yes.
Or we try to have a conversation before we show them the watches. We kind of have a conversation to see if they even have an idea of what their husband's looking for or what they are actually looking for. If they have no clue, no clue, they're just, my husband said something about a Rolex. Then at that point we go, okay, do you have a budget in mind? Do you have any idea? You have to really ask questions. But there's certain ladies who'll, they'll bolt over to the display case and they'll say, oh, that's beautiful. How much is that? And then you tell them it's a $300,000, whatever. And then they go, holy crap. Well, that's not it. Well, can you, and then the ladies will ask for direction.
Yes. How do you handle that when they say they got 5,000, but they want a gold Submariner? How would you, unfortunately, that's out of your range. We have some nice Tudors. Tudor's the sister company to Rolex, and they have the Black Bay range. These are very good in that price. Is that how you'd steer it, or what would you say?
So I would ask them and say, hey, are you open to some older pieces? I would tell them that the market on these watches is strong, and I would say, they hold their value really well. That's why they, especially when it comes to Rolexes and that price point, like there's not a lot. So then I would say, what is it important for it to say Rolex? And if it is, because there's some people that say, I want a Rolex, but I only got 5,000 to spend. Then you go, okay, if it's important for you to have the Rolex on the dial, then there's some older Datejust that we can consider that do have 18 karat gold fluted bezels, and sometimes that suffices enough for her. And sometimes,
sorry, CB, just giving me a back slap. CB, $5. Okay, sorry. Next time I'll ask you to ask Josh. I got to be honest with you. Okay, he wants to know my opinion. Fair enough. Fair point there. Fair point. 5712 rose gold. Okay, so that's that there. Or a 5811. You know what? I got to tell you what I would go for. You know what I would do? If it was me, CB, I'd actually go 5811 because I love the blue. I love white gold. I think this is 5811 is actually a very special model because it's the latest Nautilus incarnation. So I actually think that is special. I think it keeps it. I think it keeps it. I think it keeps it really. I think it's a beautiful watch to have. That'd be an incredible. They're both incredible. For me, I'd probably go 5811 because I just think one, they're so hard to get. People say, "Wow," you know, it's got that kudos, but yeah. So there you go, CB. If it was me, I'd probably go 5811 because I love the blue, I love white gold, and this is just such an amazing model. Next super chat, we got CB $5. I thought you were going to say Polar Explorer. Thank you, CB. Yeah. Josh. These watches are for very wealthy people.
Yep.
The American dream is getting harder. Do you think it's getting harder, or what's your opinion? It's not harder. What do you think?
It's not harder. There's just it seems like the reality people's with the internet and all this flexing online. I mean, Nautiluses. I mean, with inflation and with certain things. I mean, they've always been expensive. But when I was growing up in the '90s, the level was like maybe a presidential Rolex was insanity and a BMW, but now with the internet, it's like you have to have a Lamborghini and a Richard Mille. So I think it's just people's reality is it's just different. The internet's made things really weird, but I think the American dream and being able to attain these things is a lot easier than it used to be. I mean, we're in a fortunate position in modern society that it's a lot easier to make money these days.
Yes. Pay your taxes. That's exactly right there. That's a good point. It's easier to make money, and it's amazing. As you said there, I remember, in the 80s or 90s, well, I'm a bit older than you, Josh, but a BMW was amazing. Now they're still amazing, but a McLaren or it's a different league, isn't it? Really, Rolls Royce has always been fucking amazing. I must say that Rolls Royce has always been wow. It's the next level. We got Saad joining us. Hello, General Saad.
Hello to all of you guys. We have some very expensive watches here, Archie.
Yeah. What do you think? 5811. CB was saying to us 5811 or a rosed 5712.
That is much beautiful. Much beautiful.
I think these are beautiful, but a white gold is just, they're in such short supply. We got Tough Love here. Check this out. The sun went down when I hit Solsan on my way to the strip. Now I'm just flossing, checking my rear view, cause brothers, they will do jack moves, lack fools, cause I smack fools, set me up. Thank you, Tough Love. The thing is, Josh, for many people, to have a single sports modern Rolex is a massive achievement. Do you still see that or not? Like, to have a Batman or a Pepsi is a massive, massive achievement to most people there.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I think it's still a lot of money. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I think for me, it's hard for me to answer that question because I've been desensitized with my clientele. I'm really desensitized. But when I go to hang out with my friends or even family members and stuff, the thought of a Rolex and owning one is still it's still a huge thing. So I think it's still a huge thing. I mean, I just try to remember where I used to be, and the fact that I could even put on a Rolex is just an incredible thing. It's just crazy. I'm in a fortunate position. I mean, I hate to say it, I've been desensitized because of my surroundings, but I think it's still a massive achievement.
what do you do? You're quite a young guy. Like you would know friends from, 10, 15 years ago. And what do you say to a friend who hasn't been as fortunate as yourself and they are struggling? And what do you like obviously you never want to flaunt your Rolls Royce or flaunt the AP or that's not your style, but what do you say? How do you if they ask you, fuck, that's it, what do you say? How much was that? What do you try and say to them? What do you say?
That's a tough thing to answer. I try not to show up in that kind of stuff unless it's like a really close friend who gets it. If I'm hanging out with an old friend, we just, I don't know, they get psyched out to see that stuff. I mean, a lot of my, especially with the YouTube presence and everything, like a lot of the people that I hang out with already know about the stuff. So when they come talk to me, they're like, it's crazy that you're doing that. And it's just like, yeah, it is. It's really crazy. But a lot of the people know me from back in the day. I mean, we were driving around in a broken truck. And so I think they get excited that, we've accomplished what we've accomplished. And so a lot of times there's excitement rather than jealousy or anything like that. And then I just treat people normal, Archie. I don't know. I've never really had to, I just kind of smile because it is crazy. I mean, I deal with clients who come in and tell me that they don't want
to.
Yes.
There are two things. One is job and second is business. And I have done both. And from my experience, what I have learned in life is job requires 80% hard work and 20% luck. Whereas in business, if you have 80%, 80% of it depends upon your luck and 20% is hard work. It all depends upon luck. In business, Archie, it's more luck than hard work. See,
Yes.
Josh is even younger than me, and he
Yes.
is doing very well. Having a
Yes.
Rolls Royce is this age is just in Hollywood movies mostly, right? And I would not say that he has not done hard work or anything, but it's most luck, Archie. Mostly you get contacts, you get clients, you get the timing is right. Everything it strikes, and somehow he will be having competitors, and they will not be, and the customers will not be buying anything from them. Maybe Josh is even more expensive than those guys, but they have those trust in Josh. They come to him, those clients. It's mostly luck, Archie. Not everybody has that luck. You can buy merchandise at a really good price. You think that you have bought something at good price, now it's time to sell it, and you won't be able to find any customer for it. So it's mostly luck than hard work. However, with the job, it's constant hard work and not much luck required.
Very, very fair point there. I got another super chat from Neo, $2. Josh, personally, I'm cheering for you guys. That is a very nice thing. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's a very fair point that like you become desensitized to the price of these things. Like working in this industry.
I hate it. I mean, I try to remember the past, and it's good to remember where you came from. So that's what we do. I mean, and we remember. I mean, it's crazy what we get to do here. Like it's absolutely crazy. I mean, we own a lot of really expensive pieces now in the store, and it's crazy that we're spending that kind of money. I mean, it is business. I view it as a business expense. Obviously, it's investment into the fact that we're going to flip it and sell it. But still, like when people say you spent that much to stock a paddock, and it's like, yeah, I did, and it's it's $100,000. But now with the kind of money we move here, it's like 100,000. I mean, that's pretty average.
It's not easy. Yeah, but it's not easy. Josh,
it's not easy. Oh, trust me. And it's hard to. I know you were saying it takes a little bit of luck. I mean, I agree. It can take some luck. But I can't tell you how many countless nights I didn't sleep, and my wife can attest. I'm laying in bed researching and making connections and building relationships with dealers in other countries, in Hong Kong and stuff, just to build relationships, having to stay up all night because my nighttime is their daytime. And so it takes a lot of hard work. And that's the stuff that we used to have to do. I mean, that's why I think that the reason I got to where I was quickly is because we did work really hard, and we stayed after it. We kept our heads down and just worked hard. And I think there was some luck, and we have a lot of really good clients and supporters and people who have come by our side to really help us take things to the next level. But I mean, we've worked hard for it, supplying good customer service, good product, and knowing what you're selling and doing it all with integrity. It takes a lot of work to do that. And, you know, I'm fortunate that I have the family that I have, and that we were able to band together as a family, and that each one of us works equally as hard to make sure that we're doing what it takes to grow this thing quickly. And so I think that when you have good customer service and the right product, and you treat people with respect, I think that's the best form of you know, that's what's going to get us the referrals. Those are the best referrals.
100% right there. It's we've got tough love here. Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. If you want to jack me on a lick, cause I'm that fool from South Central. You think you stuck yourself with a number 2 pencil.
So, Josh, now discussing the stressful side of business, this is something that happens to everybody in every kind of business, but in your business it's very, very common, because in jewelry and watches, you might get some clients, you might have some clients who at one stage, the first second purchases are very smooth. They just give you the money, you give them the merchandise. But the third, fourth time, they become slow payers sometimes. Or even there are some celebrities which, they come to your shop and they like some stuff. They say, okay, we'll pay you after 1 month or maybe tomorrow day, and you cannot say no to them, because you cannot lose the client or the contacts. How do you manage that situation when people are not paying you on time?
Fortunately, I haven't had that issue. I haven't. I've had certain clients that go, "Hey, give me a couple weeks," and it's like I go, "Hey, like, I'm a business, and I tell them I'm a family run business. I can't afford to float this money for you. I mean, as much as I'd love to offer layaway and do this stuff, like, I need to be able to turn this money. I mean, we can't survive. We can't survive by just waiting for payment. So, fortunately, that's only happened with, like, not even a handful, but a couple people in particular. I can literally think of who they are. But other than that, I mean, we've been fortunate that our clients, usually when they come to us, they're ready to buy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No, that's it's a very CB. CB, $5. I get up every morning at 4 a.m. Luck is important, but hard work is a must if you want to wear nice watches.
Of course, if you're not doing your job properly, or if you're not going to your business, then you're not getting money for free. You have to do work. But I'm just again sharing you journal experience that in business, Josh, I totally understand. You have done very hard work. It's not easy to have a good reputation, especially in this business where 90% of the gray market, sorry to say, gray market guys are somewhat problematic. You may be listening to some very weird stories even on YouTube. But the thing is, it's there are some stars that helps you. There is a luck involved in this business, which is there, the timing and everything that 100% counts in business. Some people, they work very hard in a business, but they still don't achieve anything. uh, However, with some people, and what I have noticed in you is that you are a very sincere and honest person. But again, it's all this business is actually for you. You have actually found the right job for yourself. This thing is helping you.
No, I appreciate that. And maybe that's true. And I appreciate that. I think that, yeah, I mean, of course, there's been some moments that were luck, I'm sure, or even, God's helped us to, open the right doors. But I do attribute a lot of it to hard work because I know the work we've put in to get to where we're at. So
yeah.
Here we go. We've got Marcelo joining us here. What the fuck does he want? You know, he comes in at sometimes the worst fucking times. Tough Love is also
Archie, if you don't need me today, it's okay. I mean, I just come to
No,
support.
we need you. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, it's on you. Whatever you need, you know. I don't come to.
Okay. That's
Please,
okay.
please come.
And we
Marcelo.
got Tough Love. We got Tough Love. Hello, Tough Love.
Hey,
how are
buddy.
you?
Hello, Archie. I can pretend to be the Marcelo too if you want to. We can have two of them. You know.
Archie, don't dox yourself, please.
Hey, Saad, what's up?
Hello. How are you? How are you?
You know, all right. It's
Herman.
kind of a weird stream we've been having here, but you know, it's all right.
We have a VIP with us. We have Josh.
Yes,
if you
I
have
know.
any watch questions, you may ask him. It's the opportunity we really have.
Yes.
Rarely.
Yes. I don't have.
And you know, the excellent thing about him is he has seen success at a very, very early age. It's normally very difficult to have that kind of success. Having a Rolls Royce, we only dream about these cars, Archie. You know.
Well, the best thing about it is we got a super chat from Ron the Actuary, $5. Wolven, can you please comment on Timok Coops and how will this affect Jimmy C and Doris? He has no idea. Wolven's just come here to give us support and chat watches. He doesn't get involved in politics. He's too busy getting deals in. That's exactly it. It's
what is this, Archie? Bring me up to speed.
No need. Just don't waste your time on these.
Corrado Galizia, $2. Josh, will the Paddock 6119 prices further drop? That's the classic Calatrava. You know that new one they released there.
I think they will. I think they'll just release another one and those will drop.
Look at this guy, Marcelo. He has a 116506 and riding a bicycle. You will see a lot of odd combinations here, Josh.
Is that actually a Platona or is that a?
Yes. This is authentic Platona. Yes.
Yeah, he's a big show off. He likes to show himself all the time. You know.
That's a panda, isn't it? That's a panda.
No. Come on, Archie. This is not a panda. And listen, he wears his watches.
Okay.
He uses his watches, and that is why the whole community appreciates him.
Oh,
it's
give
not
me
a
a
show
break.
off.
That's such
He's not a
bullshit.
show off. This guy is not a show off. Look at him. He's wearing a $100,000 watch and enjoying it every single moment.
And we got Jake. Jake's here.
Hey guys, hey.
You're back
just
again.
going for a walk down. I want to apologize. I've already apologized.
Yeah, get on your knees,
I want to
man.
apologize to the panelists. I didn't realize the keys sort of changed to my like when I go onto my phone, so I just tapped the red button. So I apologize.
Hey Archie, I wanted to ask you: how long are you're gonna be in New York, right?
I'm going there from the 18th to the 24th.
How long are you going to be in the U.S.? Are you leaving right after?
Yes, I am. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Because
New York is.
I wanted to talk to you because we're gonna do a launch party here at the new store, and I was gonna see maybe we can get you down to Texas.
When's the launch party?
We're still ironing out the date, but the end of October, which would be right around when you're going to be here.
Okay.
The 23rd or 24th of October would be great for Archie.
Let's see what we can do there. Let's see.
I'll have to message you.
No worries. Well, let's see what we can do there. I got to get back because my eldest son, he's turning 30 on the 29th. Sorry, he's turning 18. This is my son with my Japanese wife. He's turning 18 I got to be there for that party. Otherwise, I'm in big trouble.
Take him with you to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would enjoy that, yes. Just a suggestion. Anybody there? Anybody there?
Yes.
We're here.
Okay, great.
All right, Arch. I think I'm going to jump off, though. I got to get going.
Josh, I want to thank you for coming. It's been an absolute honor. Please tell them, where do they find you?
You guys can find us at our store at 7401 Lone Star Drive, Unit B110 in Plano, Texas. Or you can visit us on our website at www.wolven.com or follow us on Instagram, Wolven Official. And you guys can also check out the YouTube channel, Wolven Official. We'd love to have you guys and appreciate all the support. And thank you to all the Archieverse followers who have been customers and all the support we've gotten. We really appreciate you guys and love you all. Thank you.
Archie, let's check out his website. Let's see if there is something in his merch, and people will also get familiar with his website. We need to regularly visit it.
Yeah, let's do that.
We will do that. Wolven, thank you so much.
You're class act, man. You're pure class, Josh. Take care of yourself.
Thank you all.
Take care.
Yeah, I tend to agree with I got to say this. I tend to agree with Herman. I think Marcelo is a very I think he is a bit of a jealous dick. Okay.
No, Archie. No,
show off. I'm just being totally honest with you. There's no point lying. I think he's a fucking show off. I think he is, and I don't mean that in a nice way here. So let's have a look at some of the Wolven stock here. Let's have a look. We've got beautiful Sky Dweller. We've got an Explorer.
Archie,
fuck, that's a nice.
Archie,
very
you're
classic.
absolutely right, but this is only to you guys because this is the only place I can do that.
But I don't think. I think you might be a little bit over the top, you know?
Yeah, but only for you guys.
See, I honestly think that our good friend Herman there, it's a tough love. You're a bit of a show off with that Steinway you've got. See, I think that's the ultimate flex. You know that?
we all
you know what my dream was? You know what my dream was? Yeah. My dream, I didn't want a grand piano. I want a fucking pipe organ in my house.
Oh my goodness, the church style.
Wow.
That was my dream, to have a fucking pipe organ. Okay, a pipe organ.
Can I tell you something?
Herman Munster style.
But Archie, let me tell you something. Wait.
No. A poor man gives a wife grand piano, and a wise man gives wife upright organ.
Yeah. Okay, Archie. Listen to me.
Come on, that's a good joke. You know.
Archie,
yes, Marcelo, please.
I came from nothing. I didn't have nothing until close to my 40s. Zero, nothing. I didn't have nothing. And all the dreams that as a kid dreams, buying maybe nice clothes, buying the best camera in the world, buying the best watches that I can have. That was, yes, it's a show off, but it's a show off that in least I wanted to show more to me than people. A lot of people see this as stupid, but I like that you pay attention. I actually like that you pay attention to that because I wanted that attention. Thank you, actually.
Yeah, Marcelo, show what's in your brain more than what's on your body. I mean, who cares about it?
I guess, but look, I'm getting old. I never achieved nothing in my life besides this little thing. So it's important to me, you know.
He definitely has something in his brain. Otherwise, he would have never gotten those.
This is in Melbourne. This is Collins Street, Melbourne. Ron the Actuary, $5. Wolven, my theory is that Marcelo switching sides was our Franz Friedand moment for the Timok Coops comment.
Ferdinand.
Saad, you're right, but he doesn't act that way on the streams. On the streams, he acts like bird brain. You know, he doesn't act like a smart guy has his own restaurant.
He has a
All that.
different
He
nature.
acts,
He has a different personality. It's okay, man.
He just wants
Not
to take over everything. He's like those
Pete
feral
Clan,
pigs in
$5. Marcelo,
Australia.
do you think Archie is running a cult and the robbery was fake? Let's not discuss that. And Real World Curly, $5. Dump this fucking bird brain, Archie. Okie dokie. Guys, I got to tell you what. Sorry?
I was just going to say, how about this gold reverso?
That's beautiful. Look
very
at that.
nice.
Beautiful watch. Beautiful.
You wouldn't want to pay retail, but you don't want to pay
No,
retail.
not for any JLC. And the retail's gone nuts. It's insane.
They've had price rises. Absolutely nuts.
Big time. Big time. I just took my friend into Watches of Switzerland. He's buying an IWC. He's going to get a big discount.
How much discount?
Oh, we're talking 25-ish.
Yeah, because he's going to keep that way. He's not going to make any money even at that margin, you know?
No. Well, he's not going to make any money at all on IWC, but he wants new. So he's going to buy new. You just want the best discount you can get, I guess. But I wouldn't buy new personally. I'm like you, Archie. I'm a used guy.
Yeah, some people like to buy new, but hey, you pay a big premium for that.
Hey, Archie, do you think
Yes,
architecture? Do you think that architecture is an aspect of luxury? Like beautiful architecture.
Of course it is.
100%.
I love good art. Oh, 100.
Why are there so many ugly buildings all over the place?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You have to go to Europe. You have to go to Europe to see nice.
No, but it requires money, man.
This is cheaper. Ugly is cheaper.
This actually, the Collins Street, I'll be honest with you, this is the premium end of Melbourne. This is the really, really nice. You go to some of the poorer suburbs, it's fucking awful.
It almost looks like New York, almost, you know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. This part of the city's nice.
I think it's nicer than New York. New York's got a little bit.
There's no feces on the ground and used condoms.
Exactly.
And things like that.
Exactly. Dirk Diggler, $5. Archie, it's bad enough to have to listen to Marcelo. Now Jake. I thought Jake was exclusive morning show. Well, I like Jake. I like Jake a lot. You know that? I like Jake a lot. So that's the way it goes. And Golden Baba, $2. Cool Gonzo. It's fantastic. That's the Rolex building. That's where they service Rolexes.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's right.
That's the service center in Melbourne there. Look at that.
I only really come on the US show like if I'm, doing something that might be a little bit interesting to the punters. Like I don't really come on as like a panelist, mostly because I'm working while it's on.
It's a public holiday in Melbourne today.
Yeah,
why
that's
he's
right.
on today.
But,
ask him what is available, Jake. Jake, ask him what is available. You can turn off the stream. Huh?
The answer is fuck all.
What do you mean?
I want my Starbucks though. I tell you what, at Watches of Switzerland, they had a lot of Rolex. Like the shelves were full.
Dirk Diggler, $2. Who do I contact about getting my prostate milked?
Classic.
Yeah, thank you, Dirk, for the sentiments there. Very, very
So
cool. Guys,
this is the RSC building?
This is the 3-hour mark there. I am going to thank our guests from this stream here. Let's just go through them quickly. We had Neo, we had P. Clan, JBI DX, we had Tommy, Swinging Kangaroo, P. Clan, Tiktology, Tough Love, Tiktology, Gibraltar, Tough Love, CB, Thomas Burnett. We had Tough Love, Tiktology, Early Worm Gets the Bird, CB, Forbin Colossus, Corrado Galizia, CB, Tough Love, Neo, Tough Love, CB, Ron the Actuary, Colorado Galizia, Ron the Actuary, P. Clan, Real World Curly, Dirk Diggler, Golden Baba, and Dirk Diggler. And from the stream earlier, we also had a few people who super chatted. I'll mention them too. We had Tiktology. We had Roland, the psychiatrist. Tictology, Nelson Oliveira, I should say, Real World Curly, Tictology, John Swatch, Will Money. We had Tictology. We had Malik Diamond, John Swatch, Neo, and we also had Mobster. So there you goes. That is the show for today. I want to thank everyone, including Marcelo. Thank you so much for coming on. We're going to click to the Watch Nicholas show. Thank you guys so much for coming. And I will see you tomorrow morning or tonight if you're in Australia. Love you all. Take it easy. Take it
Adios.
easy. Thank you so much, guys.